Hi, and welcome back to my channel. I am Jennifer Soule, owner of Soule Healing. And today we're going to be discussing some tips on how to have a successful massage practice or holistic practice in general. So one of the things that I want to discuss first is getting back with clients. When someone calls you to schedule an appointment, and even this goes for even if you are fully booked, you want to call that person back within 24 hours. And I highly recommend trying to call them back before the end of the day, but definitely in a 24-hour window. So say you're fully booked, a client calls wanting to schedule, I always return that phone call and let them know that I received your message. I appreciate you calling. It means a lot to me. Unfortunately, I am booked right now, but here are some suggestions of some other massage therapists in the local area that you may want to try. And I think that is so important to one, follow up, because they don't know that you're booked. They're just assuming that this person didn't return my phone call. They don't care. They don't need the business. They're not interested. Well, maybe one day you will need that business, right? They come back into town, or they're a regular, they're a local, and they're looking for a massage therapist. And so, yeah, return that phone call. It's so important, because there might be a time that you could take them again. And a lot of times that's what will happen with me is, they appreciate the phone call. I'll recommend other therapists in town, and they are like, thank you so much. I so appreciate that. And maybe next time I can get in with you. I'm like, that'd be great. Try again. Appreciate it. So that's definitely tip number one. Always return the client's phone call back in a timely manner. So tip number two, this should probably be tip number one, but I am going to discuss this, and it's kind of amazing that that it has to be said, but I have heard numerous stories from clients that have gone to therapists, and they said, the massage was pretty good, but the therapist talked the whole entire time. No. This is their time. They are paying you. You are providing a service. And if your client is remaining silent during their session, then you follow that. You remain silent as well. Sometimes clients do want to have conversation, or maybe they start to talk in the beginning and get a few things off their chest, or if they're new to you, they may want to ask you a couple questions and just kind of break the ice, get acquainted. But as soon as they stop talking, or asking a question, or engaging in conversation in any way, then you follow that lead and you stay quiet as well. Don't just keep asking them questions or telling them about your life, and definitely don't start telling them about your problems. They don't want to hear it. They're there for some relaxation and to feel good. So yeah, that's a big one. It's always surprising to me, but I hear it a lot. So definitely, yeah, follow the client's lead. Do not talk during their session unless they are engaging in the conversation and provoking the conversation, not not the other way around. So the other thing that I wanted to discuss is making that client feel 100% comfortable when they walk in your door. Maybe they've never had massage therapy before, or whatever your modality is, whether it's Reiki or craniosacral therapy, massage. This is new to them. So be present when they walk in that door. Don't be, looking at your phone, figuring out what's going on next, or scrolling, or just whatever. Try to be readily available for them. Approach them, greet them. Hello, how are you? Introduce yourself. Even though they've made that appointment with you, it's always nice to say, hi, yes, my name is Jennifer. I'll be working on you today. And how are you feeling today? What's going on? And I've had people say, I'm a little nervous. I said, oh, okay, well, let's come on in. And, I'll just invite them in. I'll invite them to sit down and, just having a conversation and, talk to them about if they are nervous, explain what you're going to be doing, explain what they need to know. I'll give the example of a new massage client that's never received a massage before. Talk to them about, getting undressed to their comfort level, whatever they are comfortable with. Explain to them, you're going to be under the sheet. I do a draping technique. Nothing is ever exposed that should not be exposed. And, then ask them, like, do you have any questions for me? Talk to them about how the pressure might be for their massage. This is new to you, so I'll just start kind of working in, and I'll check in periodically. Is this too much pressure? Is this not enough? That being said, don't be the therapist that asks every 5 or 10 minutes, how's the pressure? How's the pressure? I've had massages like that, and it makes me crazy. Just me personally, I will let you know how the pressure is, but I let my clients know that, like, communicate with me. If something is too much, let me know, or not enough. And sometimes, even though you invite that for them, they still kind of keep quiet. So then that's very important for you as the therapist to tune into their body, right? So say you're working, let's just say you're working on their back, and you're going down and you're getting in between those shoulder blades and in between the traps and stuff, and all of a sudden, as you're working, you'll notice them kind of like just sort of, and okay, it's too much pressure, right? You read their body language, stay present, read their body language. And if they're starting to flinch, or I had a client the other day, and she's been with me for probably 15 years now. And I was actually doing some low back and getting into her glutes and the glute max. And, I saw her fingers kind of like curl like this. And I said, is that too much pressure? She goes, yeah, I know it's going to feel better. And I'm like, no, if you can't breathe through it, like if you cannot breathe through it, you're holding your breath, or you're starting to tense your muscles, then no, that's not what the clients need to be doing. It's too much. And if they're not being able to breathe through it or relax, then it's counterproductive. So, really tune in to your clients when you're working on them. That is just so very important. So definitely make sure they're comfortable. Once you get the client on the table, I always check in before I get started. How is the temperature? Are you too hot? Are you too cold? I always recommend having a table warmer on your table. I would say almost all of my clients greatly appreciate that. Even in the summer, there's air conditioning usually on in the office, and the table warmer just helps to relax and make them feel better. And then you've got your clients that, are 100 degrees all the time, and, they don't want that, but it's a really, really wonderful option to have. I always order the Earthlight table warmer is probably my favorite. And I think as long as I've been in business, 18 years, I think I've only had gone through 2 of them. And actually the one, now that I think about it, it didn't stop working. The fuzz just kind of wore down quite a bit. And I was ready for a new one. And I actually gave it to a therapist that had just been starting up. So I was like, here you go. So highly recommend a table warmer for comfort. And then, yeah, check the bolsters. You know, do they need a bolster under their legs, under their ankles? Just the more comfortable that your client can be, it's so important. And that goes along with the room temperature, right? Is it too hot? Is it too cold? I think you can see in this video, this Dyson fan. Actually, it's like the Dyson air purifier, plus it has heat option and a fan option. And this thing is fantastic. No pun intended. I crack myself up sometimes. Anyways, Dyson fan, I absolutely love that thing. Because again, everybody is different, right? Some people are going to want it 100 degrees in your treatment room. Some people want to, feel like it's an iceberg. So comfort is so crucial. And some of you are like, I can't believe she has to tell me this. But yeah, I've had many different massages where none of this has happened as I've, come into the room and whatnot. So I don't know. It's like little things, but they're huge things and they're big things. And say you're a massage therapist and you're just starting out, right? You're still working on your technique. You're still working on getting into the flow of things and working on the body. And if you do the things that I mentioned, you called them back right away. Excuse me. You got them in. You've greeted them at the door. You've made them feel comfortable. You've checked on the room temperature. You've gone above and beyond as far as tuning into your client and really paying attention, giving them, I call it the extra love. And so say your techniques were a little, maybe not as smooth as they could have been, or just a little off, or, you're still a work in progress, right? They'll be back. Maybe it wasn't like the best massage they've ever had, but because you showed them kindness, you showed them, compassion, you listened, you paid attention, you didn't dump your troubles or worries on them, you took into consideration whether they wanted to have conversation or not during their massage, they will definitely be booking with you again. So those are just a few kind of crucial and important things, I think, to when it comes to building your practice, or if you are a seasoned therapist and I don't know, maybe business isn't as great as you would like it to be, check a few of those things. How are you at getting back to your clients? Do you yak when you're giving the massage? Do you greet them, make them feel warm, make them feel comfortable? So those are just some crucial things. And again, this is not just for massage therapists. We can go into Reiki practitioners. We can go into CranioSacral therapist, acupuncturist, right? Anybody that's working in what I like to say, the holistic world, the healing arts. I love that. Healing arts. It just sounds so good. This is for you. So that being said, I hope you all have a beautiful, wonderful rest of your day, evening, morning, whatever you got going on, whenever you're watching this. And keep me on your list, and I'll keep trying to bring you some cool stuff. All right. Thanks so much.